Yesterday, we were taking a look at the Instagram, and then while taking a look at the Instagram, we also tried to explore a few posts on the Instagram. Uh, for example, we looked at this gentleman's post. We went to his landing page, and yesterday we also understood the difference between the landing page and the web page. Now, before I move on further today, I want to understand, is everyone clear about the concept of landing page and web page? Anyone has any questions or? Okay. Okay, Charan, got it. That's very good to hear. The reason why it's encouraging to hear is because once we are working for any marketing assignment, primarily the goal of the web page limitation is that it helps in disseminating a lot of information, but it doesn't lead to any kind of a sale. Now, while the web pages are important to build the credibility in the market, but what brings revenue to the company is the landing page. We will be taking a look at the landing pages in the coming days. I wanted you to give a brief insight, a brief sneak peek into this for you to understand how does the landing page roughly look like. While yesterday we did take a look at the call to action, which we found it was present in the landing page at multiple places. So we'll also take a look now at a few other aspects of the landing page, and we will revisit this in detail later. We start from the headline, which is this: discover how I closed 10 to 15 high ticket clients. It's recommended to have a very strong headline. Normally, it has been observed that headlines carry a lot of weightage while in the business of the landing page. So if we follow this 80-20 rule, then the 80-20 rule, what it states is that 80% of the revenue or any major event is caused by 20% of the causes. So 80-20 principle by, I think it was Pareto's principle. So 80-20 principle in this case means that, and 80-20 principle is applicable across multiple phases in life. So for example, in the coding, 80% of the bugs are caused by 20% of the code. Okay, and I have seen this. I have seen this. Here in our context of the landing page, it is claimed by top-notch experts that 80% of the effect caused in the psyche of the visitor or the audience is caused by the 20% of the page, which is this headline. That's the reason people, we take a lot of care, and you need to take a lot of care in designing the headline. Moving down, the landing page conveys the information about a specific event, and the whole landing page is centered around a particular CTA, call to action. In this case, the CTA is this one. He wants us, the gentleman wants us to join his challenge, and after paying certain amount. The remaining part of the web page, the remaining part of the landing page is designed around building trust and confidence amongst the audience. So he says we have got 1,000+ attendees. Then he provides the reasons. Then he provides the that you are struggling. So the pain of the audience. Again, the CTA. Again, he provides another CTA with a slightly different his photo form. Then he does a comparison of the old and the new way. He creates some kind of a surprise followed by the testimonials. And I know this gentleman here. Right. And then this builds again a CTA. Then he provides what we are gonna learn across the 5 days. And this again provides the content segregated across the 5 days. Followed by that, he provides the bonuses. I think this guy is actually following all what I had planned to teach you guys. It is providing the bonuses, followed by the testimonials. Then he further briefly, I think only he should be telling, yes, only briefly he tells about himself to build the credentials. Then he builds again the what, perfect. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if both of us are having common gurus. All right. And then he does the seat pricing, all right. Followed by again the what you are supposed to achieve. Some more testimonials. And he's into digital marketing, looks like. Yeah, funnel builder. Okay, this guy is into digital marketing. Okay. And then the builds the trust here, the facts, and towards the end, here it is. Let me check one more thing, whether he's telling that or not, which I intended to teach you. All right, so there is something more which I could have taught you. All right, now, so this guy actually is wonderful. I really am impressed with this guy's landing page. So it contains everything what is needed to build a solid landing page, and it is the landing page from where the revenue starts. Now we will go back to our Instagram, and in the coming days, as I promised, we'll be touching upon the landing page. I'll close this for now. We'll go here. And let me refresh this quickly. Yes, my dear Charan, please tell me.
Sir, for the startup companies, sir, for companies which is recently developing, the landing page will be maybe uh, look like what we seen in the your slide, but for the top companies or branded companies, maybe the landing page will not be the same structure as you shared with us.
That is right.
Maybe I am.
Yes, Charan. So let's distinguish between these companies. So there are companies, or there are companies are of varying types. Okay, and across the world, I'm mentioning there are one-person companies, there are private limited companies, there are LLP companies, there are enterprises run by a solo person. So there are multiple type of companies. Now, the companies which are mostly into the enterprises, the OPC, the one-person company, the smaller MSMEs, yeah, they also fall under the private limited category, but they are smaller, like micro and small, medium enterprises are there. So these sort of companies, wherein the revenue would be less than 50 CR, or somewhere around 50 to 100 CR. So these kind of companies, normally the landing pages would be very different than the one which are enterprise grade companies like the Intel, like the Samsung. So in those companies, they will not have these kind of landing pages at all. In those companies, they have big enterprise marketing and sales team, which works around the clock to work on the designed marketing strategies, right? There, the marketing strategy would again involve digital marketing for sure, my dear, for sure. Even Google Google, even today, it shows its ads on the television. The reason is everyone knows the importance of staying in the marketing game. Out of sight is out of mind for anyone. So even though we use Google almost every day, despite that, Google never fails to pop up in front of us, either by means of ads on the TV or on the hoarding boards and all. Right now, these smaller grade companies, which are having less than 100 CR revenue, normally they will not be able to afford a hoarding where the costs are very high because the hoardings are rented for a month. They normally they do try, slightly bigger companies in the 50 CR plus range, they do try to put the ads on the local dish TV, but not on the national TV, because as we know, the national TV charges are just mind blowing. Yeah. So there, the digital marketing strategy is also a bit different.
Sir, yesterday we saw one more landing page, na, sir.
Uh-huh.
There is a call of action at the bottom left side, and um,
Okay.
um,
It's not here. Okay. Tell me. Come with your query,
uh,
please.
yes, sir. It is the you said that it is similar to the landing page only, but there the like for application or for applying there is only one single call of action, but to know the brief about the company or product, they give multiple call of actions at the every point or every particular session they mentioned, sir. But
Yes.
for the registrations only they mentioned only single time.
Yes.
How it will impact the consumer mind, the viewer mindset to go and purchase that or go and fill that application like that.
Very
I'm not.
interesting point, and that is the reason why our course will differentiate you from the guy who has designed that lady's page, right? So the page which you are referring to yesterday had a single CTA. Okay.
Yes, sir. For the
Now,
application, single CTA, but for knowing information, multiple CTAs are there.
let me halt you there, Charan. The CTA cannot be two different things. Please remember, there can be a single hero of the page.
Yes, sir.
That hero is the CTA, which we want our consumer to address, to arrive at. There cannot
Yes,
be two CTAs. You cannot, while, okay. So essentially, these landing pages are what? These landing pages are essentially driven. We land at the landing page by means of some ad shown to us, right? So here there was this ad shown by Tony Robbins, and I clicked on it, right? So since we land on this page, it is called the landing page. Now, the landing page has got a single purpose. Please remember this once you are designing landing pages in future for your clients. Please remember it will have a single purpose. And that purpose could be anything. It could be, for example, to attend a webinar. It could be, for example, to book a course. It could be, for example, to join a challenge. Let's look at Tony Robbins. His CTA is to save his free seat for someone. Okay. So, so landing, the CTA will be only one. The information across the page will be multiple times. Yeah, will be different types. Sorry, the information across the page will be of different types, but the CTA will be only one. Tony Robbins is a renowned figure in the domain of life coach, I think. Not now. And still, he has been featured in all the top notches places and all, and his pieces are also tremendous till what I have heard. And you see at his page, he is giving CTAs at so many places. Shows some information, builds the trust, provides a CTA. Again, a CTA. Then again does, and then again, I think one more will be, yes, again the CTA. So CTA has to be spread across the page. Now, the answer to your question, how does it affect the psyche of the person who is visiting? So let's say I visit this page and I look at a CTA over here. Then I keep going down, keep going down. I look a lot of useful information. All right, all right, all right. Now, all right, all right. And here, if I want to make a decision to go back to my Instagram, I'll leave this page, right? So at that point in time, if I cannot see a CTA in this screen, then I may not take it. I mean, it's like prompting, right? It is like if you're meeting someone physically, then and you're trying to make a sale, time and again you persuade them to purchase this, right? Over the call, over the physical meeting in a conference. Here, there is no physical meeting. Whatever the audience is looking at, that's the best what you are presenting to him or her. So in this case, whenever we seek an opportunity that this is the right time that I should again ask the audience that please purchase it, give him the CTA, give the person the CTA. So the CTA ideal thing is it should be spread over across the uh, landing page. And in fact, once I share with you how to design this, this was there actually, which you asked the question right now. So this is actually one part of the checklist of preparing the CTA. So the landing page, sorry, checklist for the landing page is one of the checklist is that CTA has to be spread over. The moment the CTA's frequency is not that much, and I decide to leave this page. So what has happened? You had shown me the ad, some 30-40 rupees had gone there for you. I landed at your page. There, it means I landed at your page means there is some interest. Now this is the time to convert the interest into the action. That's how what we do in a funnel, which don't worry on this word funnel, I'll tell you what it is. But this is the whole process of converting a prospect to a customer. And the moment I say that, okay, I will only provide a CT at the top and one at the bottom, you lose the you lose the probability to convert this customer. Did you get your answer?
Yes, sir, sir. But in yesterday's landing page, they gave an floating CTA at the left corner, sir. I remembered
What's a
that.
floating CTA? You mean like something like moving up and down?
No, no, sir. Here at the left corner down, you
Mhm.
are viewing that green color one, sir.
Yeah.
Like that, there is a one like this whole length CTA for the maybe fill the application like that. But in the content part, they give some content and at the some point of the space they gave for more insights click on this link like that they gave, sir, for multiple information.
Okay. Do you mean to
I
say that?
forgot that website name.
Okay. So let me still try to help you. Do you mean to
Okay.
say that the left corner, which we are looking at here, even if I am browsing the page up and down, this
Yes, sir,
left
yes, sir.
corner, the CTA was constantly present. Do you mean to say that?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. I get your point. So here is the thing. So that is also one way of preparing a landing page. And these kind of fixed things are called sticky because they are sticking to your page. Even though you move up and down, this is sticking like a glue here. So these are called
Yes.
sticky elements, right?
Okay, okay,
So
okay.
these kind of sticky elements are also one way to put the CTA. Okay. However, and I will uh, one important point once we prepare any kind of landing page or a ad campaign is that we don't stick with a single landing page. We try out multiple landing pages. Yeah. And the whichever landing page is performing the best, we finally put a lot of our money on that landing page. Right. So what that lady might be doing, in my guess, is that she would have tried one sticky CTA page, landing page, and she would have created another landing page, maybe with something like this, multiple CTAs spread across the page. And she might be doing a kind of a, A/B testing, split testing, to see which one is performing better. Maybe. Or maybe what she would have done is she would have tried this thing, multiple CTAs, and she would have figured that this one, sticky one, is performing better. So she's putting all her money on this. This might have happened.
Okay.
Good questions, Charan. So if everyone is clear, shall we move on to the Instagram? So just before we move on, this gentleman, Tony Robbins, is a multi-million-dollar gentleman. Okay. And despite that, he has a landing page, right? I'm sure he has a website as well, but he still believes in having a landing page. So the type of companies which I was referring to, he falls into one of them. He's a one-person company kind of a person, right? So he sticks to having a landing page. So remember that even though once you are looking for a job opportunity, either the main company, the big enterprises could connect with you, or the enterprise, the OPCs like these gentlemen can connect with you. So be prepared for these as well, right? Okay. Now let's come over here. We'll now look at our Instagram. Now in Instagram, we had yesterday taken a look at a few of the hashtags, the features of Instagram provided by Instagram. A few of them was like there were hashtags which were being used, right? Now, here what we need to do essentially is before we even try to work anything on the Instagram, in my opinion, as a beginner, it's always better that we try to see what our successful competitor is doing, right? So say we are a beginner, and most of you are in this case. And once you decide to work with a company, competition analysis is something which we have studied a lot in depth, right? We had seen that not looking at the competition, how it can hurt us. So we first try to see what the competition is doing, and then we take inspiration from there and we try to build on similar lines. That is the go-to strategy for Instagram or for any social media, I would say. Not just social media. I mean, buy me on this. Even the super big players, they do get inspiration from the successful cases already working in the industry. Pick the example of Ola. So Uber was working successfully in US, and the Ola saw that there is clearly a similar demand and problem statement in India as well. So why don't we try to replicate it? And they did go through all that stages. Remember the POC, MVP, and then finally they scaled up big time, as you all know. Similar way, there is this Airbnb company which is used for booking the rooms, and it was very much prevalent in US. In India also, the demand was similar and huge, and the pain points were similar. So the Oyo gentleman, he got inspired from this Airbnb model and replicated here in India with minor tweaks which were needed for the Indian demography. Similarly, what we are going to do is we are going to see what our competitors are doing on the Instagram. Before we can do that, few things which can help us okay, so how can we reach the competition? So before I answer this question, let me ask you guys, you are using Instagram. That's the reason I am posing this question to you. So you are supposed to figure out few competitors on Instagram for us. Yeah, how would you proceed? Ideas?
Sir, we would search on Instagram, and we have to look their services. If it is similar to us, which we are going to provide, then those were our competitors.
How do you search? I have
And
clicked on the search button. What do you search here, Rishabh? You are on the right track. What do we search here?
sir, we can search like we are going to we have to provide AI education for 6 to 12. Then we can search simply AI education for kids.
Right? Shall I try this?
Yes, yes, yes. It is good.
That's a good beginning point, in fact, Rishabh, and I am with you. So this is how we make any beginning, right? So let me switch this back. So here it says AI education for kids. The moment I type in, a few options pop up in front of us. All right. So let's try to see which is near to us. Financial education, basic, maybe. Healthy habits for children. Okay. Educational toys, busy book. Religious education is not something which we are going to work on. So these four, Kinko, arithmetic, Arti, Tan AI. All right. Art. Okay. Art it hand. All right. So maybe we can try few of these. Let's try with this one. So financial education for kids. Let's try to go to this site. Profile. Right. And we look at this profile first. So this is the profile which this gentleman has prepared, which the team has prepared. So it is for the basic 6 to 12 years old. So here hours start from the 12-year-old, because we are from the 6th grade, so around 10 to 11 years old we start. And advanced is also for 13 to 17 years old. So looks like it is kind of, there is an overlap in our profile. For your kids' future, we are aligned. Only one in Indonesia. All right, fine. So, and then here is the bio link in the bio, which I was mentioning that we should have a link. So, and here are these three things. I can either fill the form for a private class, I can go to their website, or I can order an ebook for the parents. So let's try one of these. Let's try the ordering ebook from the Smart Financial Planning. Aha. So here we can fill up this detail. I can select English. And I can do this. I can fill up the details, and I'm assuming that, all right, some proof of transfer is needed. I'm not sure what's this. So I'm assuming that once I fill this form completely, I should be getting the, and he has asked me to pay some money. So this is a paid site, right? Paid ebook. What other things I can do? I can go to their website. Let's look at it. And here is their website. So as we can see, no CTA. This is the information dissipation, bias, CR curriculum, what you'll get out of this, some information, and final CTA of call to action, of calling them. That's all, right? Okay, so these are few details which they are providing through this link. And here are the highlights. So we can access the ebook. Here, they are providing some kind of a carousel. We can look at the facts. There are some more batches apparently, which the person is referring to. So there are different highlights which have been prepared. And then these are the posts. Now, I would like to draw your attention to a few of these points like this. This particular post which have been posted by this gentleman, it has got 243 people are liking it, and there are 5 comments on it, right? And he has got around 4,000 followers and 205 posts. All right. This one has slightly less. This one has got 99. This one has got 4, 17, 18, 4, 19, 29, 8, 13. All right. So here, as we can see, that there are different level of liking and commenting on this. So anytime when a follower or with whom this post has been shared, any audience, once they like this post or they comment on the post, we say that engagement is present for this post. This process of liking and commenting is called engagement. This engagement is the purpose of many of the posts over here. Unlike some posts where we saw that the call to action was to go to their webinar, some of these posts, they want the engagement to be there. Now, as we could see here, there were varying level of engagements. There were different level of engagements. This post has a pretty high engagement compared to this post, this post, this post, these posts. So these are very high, but still, this gentleman is still posting these posts. The reason is out of sight is out of mind in the marketing world, whether it is an offline or whether it is online. So in our case, the person here has been putting different posts continuously is what makes this particular profile active. Because followers are able to see some post or the other, and at the back of the mind, if this post is, if this name Kinko is able to register at the back of the mind also, whenever there is a need for this particular service, the customers can come to this. The followers can come to this. But if it is gives an advertisement today and then it goes to sleep for the next 30 days, then the customer who gets a need after 30 days, he would have easily forgotten. And the customer would have looked at the most recent service similar to Kinko, which would have put the ad in front of it, and it would have gone ahead and registered its booking with that company. That is the reason it's very important to keep posting contents. Next is, what are these contents? If you notice, these contents are of different types. Some of these are motivational. Together, we can make a difference. Some of them are bringing a sense of achievement. Right? So, like if you take this course, if you take this service from this course, this is the kind of achievement which you should think of. Some of these are, again, informational, right? So how should we, or I would say educational. So the needs and the wants and the savings, how should they be split? 50:30:20. That's how the split should happen. Again, some kind of educational, share the gains in mutual fund, and also inspirational. Understanding how banks work for kids, educational. The secret to growing money, motivational. Special metals keep coins rust free. This is kind of, I would not exactly term it as a fun, but this is kind of interesting, wherein I can relate with this particular object on a day-to-day basis. And it also sparks a sense of pun in my mind, that what a beautiful thought. Special metals keep coin rust free, meaning to say that you keep all the coins together, which means that you are saving. And once you are saving, that is what the purpose of this financial literacy program. And it adds a pun saying that special metals keep the coins rust free. So that way your finances are rust free as well. It's a beautiful pun intended. So as we have figured out that there are different variety of posts which are being posted by this particular company. Let's pick one of these posts. And here we have this post, which is this image, followed by some text which I'm not able to comprehend. And followed by that, the person is using the hashtags, right? The hash Kinko Kids, hash financial literacy. So while we know that this is some kind of a promotional Oh no, this is some kind of a motivational and educational post. There are also posts which are called promotional, which we saw like the CTA, right? We go to the landing page. This is a, I would not call it promotional. This is a motivational and educational post wherein some text is there followed by that. I'm sure this text is pointing to some kind of a motivation which is in aligned with the impression given by this image. And followed by that, we use the hashtags. Point to note, my dear, this company, I don't say that this is wrong, but as a startup or as a new company, unless we have a very established tag, for example, if IKEA is giving this ad and if IKEA says #IKEA, well, it's a so much renowned tag that everyone knows. But the moment we try this hashtag, we are actually, and unless Kinko Education is actually big in Indonesia, which I don't know. So this, in that case, it makes sense to use it over here. Otherwise, we are losing the bandwidth of 5 ads principle, which we had learned in the last class. So first of all, we should use maximum 5 tags. And in these 5 tags, Kinko Kids is not something which can easily someone correlate with. And I will touch this point very shortly. However, we should be using the tags which are more pertinent to us, like financial literacy. Now, why not Kinko Kids and why financial literacy is okay? Till this point, any questions? All right, so I can see there is only 1 minute. Let's log off and log in again.